Rosewood is a family of tropical tree species widely used for antique-style furniture in Asia and in particular China. It is considered to also be the world's most trafficked wildlife product. The rosewood and its illegal trade have become one of the world's most lucrative businesses, a rare type of wood that many countries are not blessed to have, and for the ones that do, it is a million-dollar trade. A BBC investigation revealed that China has imported more than 300,000 tons of West African rosewood since President Barrow came to power in 2017. Despite declaring its own stocks close to extinction almost a decade ago, the BBC probe uncovered that the Gambia is consistently among the 5 largest global exporters of rosewood. In a workshop organized by Gambia participants, relevant stakeholders were brought together to discuss and identify lapses propelling these illegal activities, and more so, to follow the money from the rosewood business and how it trickles down to the ordinary Gambian.
Since the Barrow government came into power, as I said, in January, a month later in February, they put a ban in the illegal transportation of rosewood. And there also has been a report where containers filled with rosewood were hung at the Gambia post of the GPA for it to be sifted or exported to the Asian countries. So between June 2012 and April 2020, the Gambia has harvested 1.6 million trees. It has been harvested in Senegal and then smuggled to Gambia between this short time frame. And the reason being is because there is a moratorium and there is a strict law that prohibits the smuggling of rosewood in Senegal. So what traffickers do, they have to find another route in order to shift this rosewood to the Asian countries or other countries that are benefiting in it. So as a result, they come through the Gambia from Senegal, and then the MFDC, which is based in Casamance, that is the rebel group that has been existing for a while now, find their source of income in order to procure dangerous weapons in this illegal business. And this is one of their major sources of income to support the fight that they are still fighting for. And as a result, since they cannot actually get these containers to be sifted or to be exported through Senegal's port, they have to come through the Gambia. And if you take your time and then travel, let's say 2 years back, if you take your time and then travel to rural Gambia, somewhere around Buyam, you will see a good number of rosewoods that have been packed aside. And there has been a report that some soldiers are in fact benefiting from this business.
So if Gambia is one of the main exporters, how much is in it for them?
These 1.6 million rosewood trees are worth they're actually worth $471 million US. And when the report came out and the Chinese did their report and then Gambia also did their report, what we found out was between February 27 and April 2020, China reported that they have imported 329,000 tons, 351 rosewood from the Gambia. And then if you also look at the revenue that has been lost from the Gambia side, the exportation of this rosewood amounting to 978,968 tons, that is worth about $470 million US, was trafficked from the Gambia to Asia. And if you look at our budget, but before we go to our budget, if you also read the OCCRP report, the Great Gambia Heist, you will get to see that the former regime has benefited $356 million US on illicit timber trading, and these are all revenues that are not reported in our national budget. And talking about our national budget, if you look at the approved budget of 2021, you will see the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Wildlife, the revenue that has been estimated for 2019, zero, 2020, zero. So once one wonders all these millions of dollars that have been generated, while we still cry about insufficient funds to support our government activities, where are this money going to?
If the government of the Gambia declared an embargo on the exportation of rosewood, How are the smugglers making it work?
The investigators from EIA, the investigative journalists, interviewed some smugglers, and these smugglers were actually naming top government officials that have been facilitating the exploitation of this rosewood. Though there was a ban, and it was going to be through that Ministry of Environment, that they can get this rosewood exported to Asia. They use the back way, and they ensure that this rosewood have been exported to China, and the government has no idea how much it was costing the state revenue-wise. There is also a big procurement fraud that is connected to this whole rosewood timber trading. There is an agency that has been adversely mentioned in this document. If you remember the Westwood company that has been called at the Janet Commission of Inquiry regarding some of their illicit business in this country, there is another Gambian company called Jannar Procurement and Agency Services that was serving as a mouthpiece between the smugglers and then that of the government. So basically all the required paperwork that was supposed to be done was facilitated by this company, and they are still in existence, and these roads will keep going to these countries while the country keeps losing revenue from these businesses. And
CEO of Gambia Participates, Mar Nyang, said the illicit rosewood trade has cost the Gambia millions in revenue, especially after a significant discrepancy of $471 million between Gambia's reported timber exports and imports declared by trading partners, with many alleging massive underreporting.
China made their report that this is what they have received compared to that of the report that Gambia has made, $471 million less. And the Chinese already have a record of what they have shipped from the Gambia, but when these investigators contacted the Gambia and they found out this is what they have underreported, then we keep asking ourselves, where is this money? And that's the reason why we're here to break the silence. I think the corruption in this country is becoming, is overwhelming. The effort in combating corruption in this country is minimal. And the authorities that are supposed to reinforce the fight against such illicit acts have to stand up again. If not, we will stand up and then take what is ours.
Saja Brito reporting.